You don't need to sling drugs. You don't need to be a prostitute because you have pride. You have respect for yourself, and most of all, in Latino and African cultures, you have respect for your parents and for your family. La familia es todo, todo cosa. So, this samba school is created to help put that pride, that dignity, that respect back into our children.
Chuck Barber came to Portland from New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. He teaches samba, the music of Brazil, in schools in Northeast Portland. It's not just music that he teaches. Chuck is on a mission to help repatriate the youth, return them to their cultural roots from Africa and Latin America. The journey is rough and frustrating. To master or manipulate anything is a process. It's often easier to give up than persevere. You're going to see middle school students from Scott School and their journey with Chuck during the 2011-2012 school year.
Stop! See, this is why I know you didn't practice. First of all, nobody even knows how to hold the stick. We've been here 8 weeks. You have a DVD at home, but nobody's looking at it, nobody's practicing. I show you how to hold the stick on the DVD. And that's funny? Ignorance is funny? Failure is funny? Y'all better get your minds right. Because you know what? When you leave these walls and you go to high school, hopefully you will go to high school. And hopefully some of you will go beyond that. When you wake up one day, you're a man. Now you need a job. Now you need to earn some money so you can do what? Pay rent. Buy food. God forbid you should meet some young lady and you wind up young having a baby. Now you got to buy diapers. You got a car, you got to put gas in the car. If you don't know how to do anything, how do you make money? Well, we either steal or we sell drugs. Or be a stripper. Bingo. Which again is selling something. Your body. So again, please, even if you don't want to go on to college, get as much of an education as you can for free. I'm teaching you how to play music for free. I'm not charging you for this. All I ask you to do is practice. Last year at Fabian, I paid all my musicians $5 a performance. Some of the guys in my band made $50 on the year. And some of the ladies who dance made $50 on the year. So what? I paid my student, excuse me, stop, again. Don't be a kid anymore. You can't stay on mom's couch for the rest of your life. Please learn how to do something other than revel in ignorance and laugh at each other's failures. Failure is not laughable. Failure is sad. And most people who fail, especially Latinos and African Americans, wind up in the penitentiary. And 60% of the African Americans and Latinos in the penitentiary are dropouts. They never finished school. They never went on further in school. That's why they wound up in the penitentiary because they didn't have any other choices in life, because they didn't have any information. So please, again, use the opportunity that I've given you by giving you a DVD and giving you time to practice. And make a band. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. 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 Stupid head. Smart hand. Smart hand's the hand you write with. Everybody's smart hand is here and here. Everybody's smart hand is here. You should be able to point with your smart hand. Is made up of several of the schools from Northeast Portland. North and Northeast Portland. These are the schools that have the highest percentage of children of color, whether they be Latino or African Americans, and from Africa directly. We are the people in most need of our culture. I do a lot of work in LA. I work a lot with a lot of the Chicanos in East LA and SoCal, and the problem that exists there is the same problem that exists everywhere. And that problem is that we, the people of color, who really should be working together, have somehow been pitted against each other. And we're constantly fighting each other and shooting each other and killing each other when neither one of us are the problem. We don't have a lot of money. We don't have the best of things. We should really be working together to make a better life for Latinos and for African Americans. La raza. Okay. We're gonna slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna play. Yeah, right in there. Okay, here we go. It sounds like this. Yes. Stop. Put up. Give my candy back. Yeah, it's you. Don't be late. Everybody, here's your time. If you don't know where you have come from, you don't know what to aspire to. You don't know what you were or who you were. So the basis of my program is to give our culture back to us. And me being both African and Latino, I know both cultures. And so I'm able to help these children have an appreciation for who they are. And once you know who you are, nobody else can take that away from you. And they can't make you be something that you know you're not. When you feel that you're loved and you're proud of who you are, no gang can recruit you. Because you don't need to belong to a group of people in order for you to feel like you're a human being and like you have some culture and some pride in yourself. Okay, stop. Okay, as soon as I'm going to do this you're gonna leave, don't clown. I'm not clowning. Listen to me. If you're gonna leave, leave. Don't clown. E Caixa tocando juntas. Everybody who's standing in front of me, play in time when you're supposed to play. Here we go. I'll go. I need somebody who can stay in time. Bruh, put my instrument down and go sit down. He knows who I'm talking about. When we start, play. If you don't understand that, then go sit down with the rest of the people who don't understand. Now, two of them. Don't speed up. Y'all are speeding up. There's only two sides you can be on. You're either on the tick side or the tock side. So put your body into it. Tick, tock. So you know where the time is. One, ta, ta, ba, 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 ba. And you have to stay in the time continuously. Okay? Now again, if you look at the DVD, which I took many hours to burn and give to you so you could practice at home, you would know this. Again, we have a performance in February. Only those who are going to be ready to play will play. And I'm going to try to get another performance outside of the school in February. Only those who are ready will be able to play. Those who practice. So here we go.
So how often do you practice?
For like an hour and a half.
How often?
Like 4 times a week.
Show me, right there. What do you do when you're practicing?
Like that.
And you practice much?
Yeah.
What do you practice? Like when you practice, show me typically what you practice. And how often do you practice?
Like twice a week.
And for how long?
An hour.
Okay. So what do you think Mr. Chuck's trying to teach you guys in there?
How to play the instrument so we can make money.
Okay. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
And are you becoming a better musician?
Yeah.
What do you play?
I play the go belt.
And you practice at home?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes what do you practice? So when you're at home, what are you practicing? How does it go? And are you enjoying yourself in there? You know you're not enjoying yourself at all? Do you look forward to playing with your friends? No? So what's your name?
Sia.
And what do you play?
Soda.
And how do you practice when you practice? How would you describe Mr. Chuck?
He's a very serious man.
Mm-hmm. And how does that impact the band?
What?
So because he's very serious, how do people react to him?
People get mad at him.
People get mad at him? And how's the progress of the group? Are they getting better? Are they getting worse? What's happening? So what's your name?
Marcus Singleton.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing since November.
And how would you describe your band?
I think we're pretty good. We still need some work to do. We're not exactly all the way to our success, but we keep working on it.
So what's the goal of the group?
It's not really just to play for the school. It's a career. It's for other people if they don't have anything else to do, and to make it in life.
Okay, so do you enjoy yourself with the group?
Yes, I do enjoy myself with the group. Some can be talkative and not that much into it, but I am.
Okay, and so how would you describe Chuck, Mr. Chuck?
Mr. Chuck, he is very disciplined. I can see that. He's not what we expected.
Okay, what's your name?
Nico,
And what do you do in your band?
I do the go-go.
And do you practice a lot?
Yeah,
And what do you practice when you're at home?
I practice.
So what do you think Mr. Chuck wants for you guys?
He wants us to not be in the streets and have a nice life and go to school.
So what does he value? What does he think is important in life besides music?
For us to get an education
What else?
and for us to have a job.
So do you think he really cares about you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah? And so what do the other guys think of Mr. Chuck?
They don't really like him. I mean, like, they like him, but, like, they play around too much.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about the group? Are you're enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
So do you think you're becoming a real musician?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What's your name?
Carlos.
And what do you play?
I play the single
And how long have you been playing this sort of?
since November.
Are you enjoying your group?
Yeah.
Yeah? So how would you describe Mr. Chuck?
Kinda,
Honestly. Kind of what?
he gets mad at it
For what?
for not practicing.
Does he get mad at you?
Sometimes.
Yeah? So what do you think he wants for the group?
Play better. Like so we can succeed in life.
Oh, like in what ways does he want you to succeed in life?
Not to end up in jail or something like that.
So how else would you describe Mr. Chuck?
Sometimes happy.
Sometimes happy? When is he happy?
When everybody plays it.
Oh, okay. So do you practice at home?
Sometimes.
How often?
Once a week.
Once a week. And for how long do you practice?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. And what do you practice? Can you show us your part? How does it go? So what's your name?
The bono.
And what do you play?
Segundo.
And are you enjoying the group?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what would you say about Mr. Chuck if you had to describe him?
He's kind of like tough on us. He wants us to have a good career or something.
Tell me about the progress your group's made.
Yeah, they did. I think they practice at home probably because they're doing better now.
They are?
Last time.
So do most of the boys enjoy being in the group?
Yeah.
So I heard the boys when they first started, they were all off all the time, and now they're starting to sound great.
What's your name?
Jesse Paz,
And what do you play?
the agogo.
And how would you describe Mr. Chuck, your director?
Strict, but keep on going through and through. We can get something out of it.
Okay, and what do you think Mr. Chuck wants for you guys?
To have a future and not be someone in the streets.
So do you enjoy playing with the group?
Yeah,
A lot or a little?
a lot.
Good. So you look forward to, on Tuesdays, you're looking forward to coming here and practicing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you play any other instruments?
The kasha. I play that
What do you play the best?
The kasha.
The kasha?
Boom, boom. Who starts out? Who starts out? And so now you see all of these children walking around with their pants down around their ankles and their hats turned to the side. And a lot of that has to do with them not knowing who they are. They're given this identity. It's not an identity that they brought with them from Africa. Because as you know, the Incas and Mayans and the Egyptians, which Egypt is in Africa, when people were living in caves in northern Europe, the people from Africa and Mayans and Incas had pyramids. And they had an alphabet, and they had mathematics, and they had science. So we have a very proud culture. We have a very proud heritage.
It's changed a lot because at the beginning we didn't do so well, and then now we're getting better and better.
So there's a primera, segunda, right next to you. You know where you come in? You know where you enter in? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Boom, 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 boom. You gotta be ready, huh? Stop.
Can you not
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
film
You gotta be ready.
You can have
Here's the tempo. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, you same thing. Okay? So that would be, stop playing, please. This is for the whole band. And so Brazilian culture is rich with African heritage, African deities, African santos, everything. Tipo em Cuba e Rio de Janeiro, and the religion is the religion of the Irish. E Cuba é Santeria, e Brasil é Candomblé. Yo, bro, that is not what you told me you were going to do. Now, if you can't live up to your word as a man, then I don't need you in here. Okay, I'm still a stage. So, if you have a second, that means one's in front of me, three on one side, three on the other. You have five. One's in front of me, two on one side, two on the other. You have four. Two on my right, two on my left. I'm center stage. Center your line, please. Play tambourine. Play tambourine. You're not ready for this yet. Tambourine, tambourine, está lá. Okay, bruh, this is February. When did I start this class? In November. And we're still holding this stick like that? See, you don't even know, bruh. Take my drum off. I can't use you, bruh, because you're not caring about nothing I'm doing here. Here we go. Alright? So, but right now, all I want you to do, find the center. Like I said, sometimes it helps if you wet your finger. You find the center, okay? And it's lighter than a regular pandero, because the pandero has jingles all around here, okay? So, but for practice, I don't want you to beat my pandero up. So, you're going to start here, find the center, okay? And then you're going to be in here. And then once you find the center, you just keep it spinning. And then spinning counterclockwise, okay? All right? All right? Okay. Malabarismo. Malabarismo. Balismo, see. Okay, malabarismo. Okay, that's the pandero juggler. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to get that and you're going to dance samba. Okay, the heel toe on the back step on your heel. Okay, but there you go. Now and then you slow that and then you do that. You put your steps a little bit closer together and then you use your pandero here. Okay, okay. So learn. You can do big steps if you want to. Right. Turn around here, okay? Turn around.
I play the cache. Yeah? And do you practice?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you practice?
What we need to practice?
No, what do you practice? Like, what's the rhythm that you practice? Or what's your technique? What do you use? Use DVD? What does the DVD say?
It shows you how to play it.
Okay. And can you do that again?
Pum pum param pum pum param pum.
Okay. And you, what's happening with you?
I'm just a dancer. I don't play the instrument. Me and him, we got a duo, you know. We're shufflers, jerkers, you know, and Amari.
And so you're going to be playing the pandero, right? And spinning it like a basketball.
Oh, yep. And we're going to spin it with our hands while like, doing other dance moves.
So they've incorporated you into the act with what you know.
Yep.
That's cool. And what do you play or what do you do?
I was a drummer, and now I dance. I do what Momo does, and we just be spinning instruments.
Okay. And how about you? What's happening with you?
I used to play like I Go Go and stuff, and I'm I'm not like a dancer like them. I'm just like a hype man.
What does the hype man do?
Hype?
What does that mean?
Hype. Like, yeah, get people hyped.
The band is finally able to memorize breaks. Half of the boys no longer play an instrument. Several have decided to be dancers. Music commingles with the dance choreography. Painfully raw, then improvements are apparent. Some students choose not to participate. For some this is a chore. For some this is a bore. For some this is an open door. Some feel accomplishment, perhaps for the first time ever. Some think of themselves as musicians. Some are just glad to be out of class a while. The boys are all over the board. Chuck still has not smiled in front of them.
Today is the first day you decided that you wanted to get serious. Today was the first day you weren't playing around and acting silly. Today was your first day. You wasted 5 months of my life until today. And you could have it, but you have to get serious. Just the way you are right now is the way you need to be all the time. Serious. Because you can't be both in here. So once you fix your pants, I don't want to see you have to deal with your pants anymore. You don't see me dealing with my pants. Why? Because I have a belt on. I put it up, I put a hole in it, I put it through the loop, I don't have to fool with it again. You understand? So either figure out you want to be a musician or you want to be somebody who pulls up their pants 25,000 times a day. Figure it out. You guys are ready? You cannot be late. You got to keep the same time. Ba, 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 ba. This music was brought from Africa. And at one time, it was forbidden. You couldn't show the music or play the music because the people who controlled the slaves thought that the slaves were sending messages to each other and that they were going to rise up and get them in their sleep. Well, some of that is true. In Brazil, they brought the slaves from Africa to cut sugarcane. And if any of you know anything about sugarcane, you have to cut it with machete. And so you take a people and you take them away from their homeland and you starve them and beat them and you rip their children out of their hands and you take them far, far away. And you treat them badly, and then you put them in a place that they don't know, and then you give them a big knife. Needless to say, the slaves, or the Africans in Brazil, freed themselves with this. And eventually, that freedom led to the resurgence, or the renewance of their African culture and heritage. Yeah, okay? Look, if you're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, move together, yeah, like that. That's what I'm talking about. When you slide, you got to go right into it and dance. You slide and then you wait. 1 minute until they get themselves together. Like 1, 2, 3. You can't do that. You got to slide and go right into it. Check with Miss Myers Marsh. You'll have your permission forms, and those who don't have a passport, I'll have a passport for you. And you have people who, when you think you're really good, there's people who are like copying your stuff, and then when you can't do it, they can come and do your stuff better than you can do it, because they want your spot. So it's a very competitive kind of deal. And you cannot just practice one time and then go away and practice next week. You got to practice hours every day. That's what it's going to take in order to be a good dancer. And especially when you talk about a dance team, a duo, y'all got to be tight. And it's just not there right now. I'm not saying you can't get there. They give away scholarships for dancers all the time. So, it's raw. We need to move it from raw to being polished. And only y'all can do that. I can't do that for you. Okay? So you just need to get serious. And if it's raggedy, say, no, bro, that stuff's not right. Let's go back and do it again. Oh, bro, don't turn left when I turn right. We both turn right. You got to be that scrutinizing. You got to be that tough on yourselves. Okay? All right? Especially when there's two of y'all together. You got a team, man. It rocks. But it's raw. It's got to get clean. Same thing with you.
Me?
Yes. The two of y'all, your team's a little bit cleaner than them. Okay? Because you have, no. Why gotta be like that? They put more time into it. When they decided they wanted to be a team, y'all knuckleheads were still slapping each other, walking like the Three Stooges over here. Then all of a sudden y'all got serious. When y'all decided to get serious, they was already 2 weeks into their routine. That's why they're clean. Because they got serious about it. But y'all are still raw. And you need to clean it up. Because you don't turn when Mo turn. Mo don't turn when you turn. Mo come forward, you go back. No, you both need to slide together at the same time. Okay? I will put y'all on every stage that we perform on. I'll put y'all on stage. But it's got to be clean. It can't be raggedy. And if y'all say that's good enough, then that ain't good enough. It's not good enough. And you need to be hard on yourselves. Okay? To make sure that it's clean. If you want to put some cartwheels in it, cool. You want to put some handstands in it, cool. I'm down with all of that. But you got to do it together, and it's got to be clean. And you have all the tools you need in order to make it happen. You got to put more time into it, though. In terms of what I'm allowing the guys to do, the male samba step is on the heel, and the girl samba step is on the toe. So they are intrinsically counter to each other, or just reverse to each other. I'm not so much a stickler for the guys on the exact samba step, because I want some of the guys' personality to come through, and I really want to encourage them to express themselves because they didn't come up in a samba culture. But at the same time, I want samba to be the undercurrent theme of the dance step that they do, and then they can add all of their other moves and their flavor on top of that.
Finally, the first performance at a cultural event. Less than a handful of the Scott boys are here. Most are from Chuck's other samba groups. My favorite moment is when the light clicks on, finally realizing that the pain is worth the gain, that they possess a talent that they now own, that they have crossed the bridge from knucklehead to musician.
Professional up, right? It's only going to be 3 dancers, so each hit pops one of the dancers up from position number 1. Okay? Bow, 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 bow. 1 dancer. Da ba da da da. 2 dancer. Da ba da da da. da 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 ba 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 da 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 ba da ba do 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 boom. Ba da ba do 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 boom. Guys, don't whip out on me. Play strong. Knock people's hats off. When you start to play, the wind should just knock people's hats off. You understand what I'm saying to you? Play with strength. Play with confidence. You know this. Play with some strength and conviction. Should sound like thunder. That was weak. Ba da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba ba da. See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay? I need to feel. We need to feel it out there. Kill it. Okay? Você toca tipo tremiter. You're playing like an earthquake now.
Good job.
Okay? Good job. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to feel it here. Y'all need to be stone-faced killers, I'm telling you. Okay, just relax. Now, when I hit the mic, I want y'all behind me, ready to go. So make sure you go to the bathroom before you gotta go. So here, when people of Latin descent come to this country, they bring their culture with them. Like in Mexico, you guys still, even if you live here, you still have quinceañeras. You still bring your culture with you. Africans and African Americans, in order to control them as slaves, the first thing that was taken from them was their culture. They weren't allowed to speak their language. They didn't know what part of Africa they came from. A lot of you know exactly where you come from. If you come from Mexico, or Guatemala, Honduras, or Nicaragua, you know where you come from and what your culture is about. Africans, all of that was taken from them.
When I asked the boys why they didn't make it to the first performance, some replied that they didn't get their permission slip signed. Most said that they didn't have a pair of white pants. The day before the parade, 7 boys still hadn't acquired white pants. Our vice principal and secretary had to go shopping for the pants that night. I caught up with the band at the Junior Rose Parade. The band was quite a spectacle. Crazy balloon hats, the green panted stilt walker, and dancing girls brightly clothed definitely intrigued onlookers. This time, there were more boys from Scott. I saw more lights turn on. I saw the allegiance to Chuck and the band. I saw the pride and ownership of talent and culture.
Again, we want to represent all the schools from our section of town, from the northeast section of town, because they're the schools that a lot of people don't expect a lot of, and we want to show that they're wrong. Last year, we paraded in the Junior Rose Parade, and these young men and women took first place. We competed with 50 other schools for that title. A lot of the schools were marching bands, and each one of their uniforms cost $200. And these kids paraded and won first place, and their costumes were made out of cardboard.
All right.
So my program is designed to do just that, un pont, a bridge to bring the communities together, Latino communities, African American communities, and all communities really important, but particularly the communities that have the greatest disconnect with their culture.
It seems to me that when we experience something truly great, we often don't realize it. When time passes, we can reflect, recognizing the forces that have shaped us. I believe Chuck is responsible for igniting a spark within these youths.